Mack Motor Speedway, Virginia Shootout. I want to thank USA Produce and Seafood. It's actually Claudio Bono that owns Anthony's Pizza. He sponsors two of it. It's his second business that he owns. We first got to thank him. We can't put on these without these, but you're having your winning ways, but it's not quite as easy as it was last year.
No, not at all. And I'd like to say thanks to Claudio and Debbie, but I think it was a rough night for everybody in here. I don't think I had to come from the C-Main because I, did so terrible in the heat race, got caught up in everything you could think of, was in the infield one time, had the little toy tires scatter across the track another. It was a rough night, but, it come down again to who didn't, when everything fell into place, and I was just able to make my time up when I needed to, and ended up having a wreck right there at the end. Knocked Uncle Jimmy out. He got pushed all the way down past the lap counter, so he got put half a track back ahead of me, so I had to run him back down. He ended up getting held up by a lap car, so he's close, man. I'm telling you, he can have a clean race, but I ain't gonna touch him. I mean, my car's good. He's better. He's a little bit more consistent than I am, and he doesn't wreck as much, so he has one clean race, and we're done.
Yeah, but on top of that, did you pay attention? 6 of the 8, there was only 2 laps between you all going into the last segment. And you only took it, I guess you only led about the last lap and a half to have the lead. So, I mean, I don't know how we can get them any closer here.
Yeah, I was leading early, and then, as I was going out, I gave it up, and I saw him ahead of me. I was like, man, I don't think I can catch him. I told Alan, I can't catch him. And I ended up running real good lap times on 2, but it was definitely close. And I was sweating, trying not to make a mistake. And man, that's usually not like me. Usually I'm kind of cool as ice. I can run like I need to. And he had me nervous. He has the past 2 weeks. He's fast, and one of these is going to go to him soon. I can guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, he's nipping. He's right there. You're not going to run second that many times and not get it, but. Just kind of a strange night, like you said, but excellent A-main. I mean, it was tough getting in for everybody, but once they got in there, it was. I don't think you're gonna get much tighter A-main than that.
No, not at all. I mean, I hate to see when we run like that with double segments, and it comes down to half a lap in a double segment. Things are gonna get exciting because people are gonna be mad. But he's a good sport. He still goes home and does the same thing to my car every week, gets it ready for me every week, and he could very easily say, well, he won last week, I won his. So, I mean, that's a good sport for not doing it. I know he wants to win, and it's coming real soon. I just got to thank him, thank you guys here, and hopefully we can keep this going like we did last year.
Oh, yeah. So, congratulations. Good start. We'll keep it going next week.
Yeah, thank you. Next week's a big race, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, hopefully I'll be talking to you again next week. First, second, or third.
Yeah, well, you've always been pretty good on those the Slot Car Nationals and Champion Auto Sales. He sponsored that from day one, and that's another crown jewel. So, yeah, you got as good a chance as anybody else.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Alan, who didn't make the race tonight, unfortunately, they got something figured out underneath the lights. We raced underneath the lights last week for the second part of the twin 50s or twin 20s, and he dominated. I mean, he got out there and made me chase him. So it'll be interesting to see when he gets back. I'm sure he'll make the feature next week. They just had a couple problems, and be interesting to see what the top 3 can do in points.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am.
All right, well, here we are, Virginia Shootout, second place. You're going to take Alan Zaggy's sloppy seconds. That's what he always said. That it seemed like he kept getting sloppy seconds, but as tough as you're running, I know this one here, I'm going to have to say, really was yours. It's just a couple of things here at the end that kind of took it away from you.
Yeah, I had a lap car wanted to race me. I ain't figured that out yet, but that pretty much did me in. It rattled me. He was dooring me, and that did me in. It rattled me and lost my rhythm, and then he did it again. So that's okay. It's a long year. I'll door him. And I'm happy. The track is just so weird. I mean, we're turning fast times, but it's not taking any rubber, and that's kind of what we're used to. Although we're running good, but it's close, man. It's real close. I never had one wreck.
Yeah.
Not one wreck. And I was turning good times.
Well,
but
you got wrecked once.
Yes, I did. Exactly. One wreck, but it didn't cost me. Actually, I gained some inches on that one. But
I think you run faster on your wheel than you can on your door.
that's true. That's true. But it was a good race. Happy to run first and second. Just tough out there, man. A couple more wrecks for Trevor, and if I'd have wrecked a couple, Brent was real fast tonight. If he gets his car a little bit better, he's going to be good. Junior's cars are good. It's tight, real tight.
I told him you all had to look up there and see last segment, 6 of you within 2 laps of each other. How are you going to get more of a shootout than that?
Oh, absolutely. Things have closed up for sure. Trevor was winning by multiple laps last year, and this year things are tightened up due to different racetrack surface rules, and other guys have gotten better. Yep.
Well, I do want to say in this interview, for 6 years, every time somebody starts winning, the first thing somebody wants to blame it on is the motor. So I made that rule. If you win 2 in a row, or if you win 2 out of 3, we're going to send your motor to a pro slot and have it checked. That happened to you all last week. Motor come back crystal clean. He said it was absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I think right there now, everybody knows that you all win it on your chassis, your setup, and your driving, and I think it's starting to pick up everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. You got to get around these big corners right here. I went to Dale McDowell's driving school and chassis school, and he said everybody's going down the straightaway same speed. It's who can get through A, B, and C quicker. So that's all it is. Our motor's right out of the package. You don't need to go down straightaways here with super horsepower. You need to get through them big corners.
All right, well, we're going to wind her up for your uncle's race next week, Champion Auto Sales, and maybe you'll pick up a crown jewel.
Yeah, the pressure will be on. I'll never hear the end of it if we don't run good. And we might have JT in our camp next week, so we'll see.
Yeah. And again, we want to thank Claudio and them from USA Produce and Seafood. Again, we can't do this without our sponsors, and got to be grateful for every one of them.
For sure. They are the nicest people you ever meet. I think they would do anything for anybody, and they're affiliated with Anthony's Pizza, so that's 2 sponsors from them a year. So really appreciate them. Very nice people.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll turn them up again next week.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, well, here we are with 3rd place finisher, Brent Hoddle, and you probably think you won. You've been terrible for the start of the season, and you finally get up here on the podium, so I don't know. What do you think?
I'll classify this as a win. With the competition that's here and the close racing this year, I'll take it. Making an A is a feat, and running top 3 is a whole nother game, and I've been lucky enough to win a lot of races here, and I know how difficult it is. The past 2 weeks have just been nightmare for me. I made the Hillbilly, got knocked out in the heat race, had to play alphabet soup and run through the C and the B, but I wasn't very good in the A. Last week, same thing, bad luck. Car wasn't as fast as it needed to be, missed the show, which, I've missed them, so I know what it's like sitting on the outside looking in. This week, pulled out a whole different car. I think Joe Shiflett, he gave me a couple ideas for it, and it wasn't an A-main winning car, but it was a solid 3rd place car like it was today, and I'm looking forward to next week. I got him 2 that finished ahead of me. I got me one of them coming too. I got the brainchild of that old Jimmy. He's going to work on one for me here, and hopefully next week maybe I'll be 2 positions higher.
All right, well, like I told him, I said we want to thank Claudio and USA Produce and Seafood, and can't do it without these great sponsors, and you're not going to get no tighter race than what we had. I told them we had 6 in the top within 2 laps in the last segment, and Trevor, I think, only beat Jimmy by about a lap, so I don't know how you're going to get any tougher.
No, absolutely. I took off, and driver error, messed up the first segment, a couple of things on myself, kind of dug myself a hole, and I was running hard. And I tell you, the funnest part about that whole race is I run door to door with Travis Clark for like 4 laps. I mean, we didn't touch, and we was running for position. I didn't want to bump into him and take it that way. And I looked up at one of the calls, and was like, oh my Lord, there's like 3 or 4 of us on the same laps. And I knew I really had to step up my game to get in there and run third. So I run third like I was running for a win. I mean, I was running that thing like a scalded dog. There wasn't gonna be nothing left of that car, I can tell you that.
All right, well, congratulations. We'll crank them up next week.
Thank you.